Hi folks, Robert O'Brien from O'Brien Guitars. Here we are at the end of another year, and as is the custom here at O'Brien Guitars and the Lutherie Academy, I always do an end of the year video talking about everything that went on. So here we go, end of year 2025. I've had to start making notes over the last few years because so much has gone on that, man, I get tired just remembering everything I did. And if I don't write it down, then I don't remember. So here we go. 25 guitars were built here this year by 22 students. That's right, a few students did a couple of guitars. They came in and spent 10 days with me and we would crank out a couple of guitars. 4 flamenco guitars were built with Paco Chorobo, my good buddy, Spanish luthier from Spain, comes in, and we taught a flamenco guitar building class together with 4 students. So we had built 4 guitars there. So now we are up to 29 guitars. When Paco was here, we also did a 6-person, 2-day decorative rosette class, which was a very fantastic rosette making class there. I also did a trip to Brazil where I met with my developers, Cesar and Manuela, down there in Brazil. Did some touring around, spent some time with some family and friends. That was great. Trip to Germany, spent some time with a brother. I have a brother who lives in Germany. And I also visited Gernot Wagner while there. Gernot was the inventor of the double top. Also has a course on the Lutherie Academy on how to make double tops or composite double tops. And of course, you always got to go see a castle or a cathedral when you're in Europe. So had to do that. I also went with the girl from Ipanema. We took a trip to Italy where I did some lecturing and demoing, teaching there at the Cremona Music Festival there in Cremona. And what a fantastic time. I had some great students. They all learned my French polish method. And then finally, I got a little bit of downtime. We took a week, and the girl from Ipanema and I toured around Tuscany and the region there and had a great time just visiting some small towns and having a good time together. Let's see. Courses launched in 2025. A 12-string ladder-braced guitars with Brad Goodman. Brad's been building guitars for over 50 years. He really knows what he's doing, and he specializes in the old ladder brace guitars based on the Stella and Regal type designs, and so he put out a course on that. Nigel Forster down there in Australia did 2 courses, headstock back straps and how to make decorative burl purflings. Graham, also from Australia, Graham McDonald, did Irish bouzouki making. Now, Graham's world famous. He wrote the book on Irish bouzouki making, and has a great course on that on the Lutherie Academy now. We also launched a course on electric bass with Scott Serene of Electric Basses. And let's see, thickness sanders with Greg Maxwell. That's a tool that is very, very useful, but not a lot of people know how to really take advantage of all it has to offer. So Greg put together a course on thickness sanders. And finally, wooden hand planes with a Brazilian buddy of mine, Thiago Enrico Silva, how to make your own wooden hand plane. And we spent some time together here in the shop filming that course and really made some fantastic, very high-end hand planes. By the way, top secret, Thiago will be here in 2026. We're going to be offering an in-house class if you want to come and learn from the master how to make your own wooden hand plane. Go ahead and contact me. He's going to be here for that. We also launched a couple of products this year. A student of mine took the initiative to go ahead and put these together based on my input, and we worked together and we launched a couple of products. One is the vacuum bridge clamp used to glue bridges on. It's a great way of doing it rather than the old traditional way of putting clamps through the sound hole, running the risk of damaging your finish or your soundboard. Just stick a vacuum clamp on it, turn the vacuum on, and it applies all the pressure you need. We also launched a product we call the double-sided vacuum clamp. And I use that for a variety of things here in the shop. But one thing that I really use it for is holding the radius dish. It's just a thin clamp. You stick it to the bench. Once you stick something on top of it, it makes a seal on both the top and the bottom. And wherever you place it on the bench, you are now holding something. And I use it to hold the radius dishes as I drive the bus. So a lot of you know about driving the bus. So those 22 students that came and built guitars with me, boy, they really enjoyed that. I want them to get their money's worth when they come and study with me. So I make sure they get the opportunity to drive the bus. And let's see, I've got to say thank you very much to all of these sponsors at the Lutherie Academy. They really help keep the lights on. They help me keep living the dream here of being a luthier and offering content to others that also want to follow the dream. So thank you very much to all of the Lutherie Academy sponsors. I'm going to mention them by name: Total Vice, Elevate Lutherie, Royal Lac, Gen 1 Lutherie Supply, Glue Boost, Pacific Rim Tone Woods, Skyscraper Guitars, Acoustic Coffee, and of course, StewMac. Thank you so much for all the support that you offer me and to all of us in the Lutherie profession. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you, the viewers that watch the videos that I put out, that purchase the online courses, that come and take my classes. If it weren't for you guys, I couldn't make a living. So I certainly appreciate you allowing me to do what I do. I'm very blessed here at the O'Brien Guitars and the Lutherie Academy, and I want to say thank you for all of those that support me and what I'm doing. So with that said, let's see. Is there anything else I need to say here? I guess that's about it. Oh, next year. There's a lot going on here. I already have 19 people on the calendar to come and build guitars with me. I've capped it at 19, 25 guitars this year. I'm tired. That's a lot of guitars. So I've capped it at 19 for next year, also because I have other things going on. One of the major events going on next year, you've probably already heard about it, is an event that Trevor Gore and I are doing out in LaConner, Washington, with the sponsorship of Pacific Rim Tone Woods. We're going to be doing a 5-day event, modal tuning and all of Trevor Gore's wizardry, and how he measures and captures frequencies and adjusts frequencies and builds better guitars. I'm also going to present my voicing method, my bracing and voicing method, and how I incorporate solid wood bracing and using Trevor Gore's methods after I've braced and voiced the guitar. Trevor's going to cover the composite aspect of it, the carbon fiber and things like that. So Dr. Trevor Gore will be there. Dr. Olson, who does the sonically tested woods there at Pacific Rim Tone Wood, will be presenting. So if you want to learn how he does that. Eric Warner from Pacific Rim Tone Woods will be giving a full day facility tour. We're going to make a trip out to the facilities there and see how they process from the log all the way to the finished soundboards, and how to select the wood and get the best bang for the buck when it comes for tone. So that's going to be going on. That's going to be August 3rd to August 7th. If you want to be part of that, please contact me. I have a list a mile long. I might have to turn some people away. We'll see. But go ahead and get on the list if you want to. I have more online courses that are in the works for next year. I'll keep that a secret for now. But just keep in mind that is in the works. And yeah, there we go. Thank you again so much for supporting me, supporting O'Brien Guitars, the Lutherie Academy, believing in me, and I'll continue to put out the best content that I possibly can. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to everybody, and happy building in 2026.